As you can see, I lost my voice already. I started running to celebrate with them. That just gave me even more energy. It's just like putting a lot more fuel just to continue winning championships and fighting for more Indy 500s. My hairline is going backwards a lot very quickly.
I'm with you. Well, Alex, thanks for taking the time today, and what a day yesterday to call yourself Indy 500 champion. How are you feeling about it today?
I'm feeling amazing, man. Thank you guys for having me in the show. But yeah, as you can see, I lost my voice already, and it's been less than 24 hours since we've crossed that start-finish line. But honestly, feeling amazing, super happy, super proud, and yeah, couldn't be better right now.
When you look at the race yesterday, there was carnage. It seemed like the temperature being low. How hard have these cars been to drive for the last couple of weeks? Because it looks like they've just been absolutely on edge.
Yeah, honestly, we've been struggling with conditions. The tires yesterday were tough to get into temperature. It was really cold. The wind actually was not too bad, but we had lots of practice sessions and qualifying that was super windy. That's why we saw so many crashes during the month of May. But yeah, it was tough. That's why we saw so many back-to-back yellows. It was tough to get into rhythm at the beginning of the race. We also had some yellows for conditions, which we're not very used to having that. But yeah, it was a good day for me. The car was really good, and I was able to get the balance where we wanted and get it fast for the end.
When you look at the end of that race and your pass there, was that something that you had seen out of the situation that you were in? Was that a surprise move, a reaction? What was the thought process that went into that final pass?
I was timing it like the past 2 or 3 laps. I was trying to get the run out of 4, try and overtake Marcus into 1. There was some traffic cars, so I knew that although we were leading the race, we were actually 3rd and 4th in line. So it was just getting tougher and tougher to pass. On top of that, Marcus had a tire and a fuel advantage, so I knew that it was just going to get worse for me, and my options were going to get reduced at the end. So I was just trying to get the time right. And once I saw that I had the slightest chance, I tried to get the inside.
So after the race and you win the race, you get out of the car on the front straightaway, you have all this emotion. And there's nothing like it as a driver. You have all this emotion and you're by yourself. And then all of a sudden you see your team, you see your dad. What was that moment like? What was the coolest part of that celebration there on the front straightaway for you personally?
So once I crossed the start-finish line, I did that lap, the last lap, and was just waving and screaming alone in the car. But then once I stopped the car and I got out of the car, I was able to hear the fans for the first time, and it was huge. Like the energy there was huge. They were all screaming as well, so that just gave me even more energy. And then I was alone at that moment, but I saw very far away that my team was running towards me. So yeah, I started running towards them to celebrate with them. It was amazing. I mean, you know what it is to celebrate a win with your team. But yesterday was the best that we had so far, for sure.
Did you ever get your daughter to kiss the bricks? Because I never could get my little girl to actually figure out how to lean down and actually kiss the ground. She would look at me like, "Dad, I don't understand. You tell me not to touch anything on the ground, and now you want me to kiss the ground." Did you ever make it happen?
No, she was trying. I think she didn't really understand how to go face down completely.
Same.
But she was trying. At least she was like sending kisses to the bricks.
Yeah. So when you look back at the whole experience on the ovals, obviously not your background, what has been the hardest part for you to learn about oval racing?
I would say taking care of the tires. It's something that comes very easy for me or very natural in road and street courses, but it's been tough for me to feel how much can I push, and where's also the limit on the ovals, especially when I'm in traffic. I'm getting more comfortable and more comfortable every time that I go out and every time that we race. And I think the past year and obviously yesterday, I've been feeling like at home on the ovals as well. But I would say that just like feeling the feel on the tires, it's tough to feel for me.
Well, you managed to get your first win at the Indy 500 on an oval. Who's been the one that has helped you the most? Because obviously Chip has a great background in oval racing, a great background at the Indy 500. And who's been the person that has kind of guided you on the ovals?
On the ovals, tough to say one person, honestly. I mean, Chip, as you say, he just gives me all the tools that I need to go every race weekend and fight for wins. But I would say my teammates, Scott Dixon, just being able to hear or to watch his onboard cameras, his data, talk to him. Then Dario as well, having him as a coach in the team. Jimmy as well, the 2 years that he was with us here in IndyCar. So yeah, I would say I had really cool legends that I've been able to learn from.
When I go back and I look at your career and your path to get to where you are, it's, through the karting, through the European karting system, and you look at all the things that you accomplished. It was definitely along the path that a lot of the drivers go on the European side. Did you watch the Indy 500? Did you watch IndyCar racing as a kid when you were growing up?
I did watch the Indy 500. It was my dad that started probably when I was like 10 or 11. And I just got interested because it was racing, but I didn't really understand what was going on. Obviously, we don't have any ovals at all in Europe at the moment running. So it was my first time seeing cars just turning left and doing laps nonstop for 500 miles. So I started getting interested, and I started seeing and watching IndyCar when I was 11 or 12 years old.
Who was your hero? Who was your racing hero when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I had Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari era. That was my my favorite driver, was my hero. But I had my hero, my dad as a hero. Honestly, he was my mechanic in go-karts, and he's been with me ever since the first day. So it was cool to share the victory with him yesterday.
Yeah, I look at a lot of those places that you raced in the WSK and all the days that I got to spend at Lanado, and it made me smile because it's a very similar path. When you look at our side of the world from the NASCAR side, and you see some of the guys that have been able to come over here and run some of the road races, is that ever anything that would interest you to come over to the NASCAR side and give it a try on a road course at some point?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be down for that. I mean, it's a very different car. It's a very different kind of racing, but I know I would get smashed by all of you guys on ovals, but I would love to give it a try at the road or a street course.
When you look at the IndyCar side of the world, and I had this great conversation with Will Buxton, and you've been down this path, and you talk about the F1 team, and the reason this conversation came up was the F1 team that's getting ready to start with the Cadillac side of the world, and we started talking about the super license thing. When you look at IndyCar and you look at some of the young talent that has come in through there, if we didn't have the super license situation, is it a piece of the puzzle to where you could go from IndyCar to start an F1 career as a stepping stone? How do you view that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the only bad thing about being young here in the US and not following the European ladder system, it's the tracks. That's it. Because as a series, you learn so much in IndyCar. Like, it's the only single-seater series that you have refueling, that you have pit stop strategies, two different kinds of tire compounds. You learn so much, and the competition is so close that I am sure that it's the best school to get ready for F1 or for any other series that you want to run.
So you've won the Indy 500. You're probably going to win the championship this year again, and you've been able to accomplish a lot of things. What's left for you on your driving path? What are some of the other boxes that you want to check? I know you want to stay in the moment and you want to capitalize on your success here. What else would you like to accomplish in your racing career?
Honestly, I don't have like a list of stuff that I wanted to accomplish. Winning an IndyCar race was one. Then once I got that, was like, oh man, like we need to win a championship. Once I got that, was like we need to win the 500. So we have that, but this is not like getting me relaxed or anything like that. It's just like putting a lot more fuel to what we need just to continue winning races, winning championships, and fighting for more Indy 500s. That's what I love the most, and hopefully we get to do this for a long, long time.
So how's the ownership side of it? Do you enjoy that side?
So I own a team in Spain for junior single-seater series with my dad. It's good. It's very stressful. As you can see, my hairline is going backwards a lot very quickly.
I'm with you. Look, I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
So it's super fun. I love it, but I don't think it's gonna go more than that. Like it's already a lot of work, and we only have like 6 cars in a junior series. So I cannot imagine what it's gonna be for a real big racing team.
So what do you do outside of racing for fun? Do you have any other hobbies? What do you like to do?
I don't. Honestly, just stay with my family, sim racing, drive any cars that I can at any single point. That's what I do for fun. Honestly, I don't have any other hobbies. I tried on golf, but I saw that I was not talented at all on that. So maybe I still need to get some more classes. But yeah, that's all I do, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I look back at everything that I've had to deal with Chip Ganassi, and I've been able to be in some fun scenarios with Chip, some competitive scenarios with Chip, and he's always very honest about everything that happens, as I'm sure you know. What's been the moment with Chip that you've shared that winning the Indy 500 has been different than the 3 championship moments? Has there been any great moments that have come out of this celebration with Chip over the night?
Yeah, I mean, there's just the simple way of him saying that he cannot believe it, and that he told me that you're really good. Just that it's quite good coming from Chip. So yeah, for Chip to be that happy, and for Chip for not believing or thinking that we're in a dream for this season so far, it means a lot.
What's been the worst Chip Ganassi ass chewing that you've received so far?
The worst one, honestly, I've had really good ones. There's no bad ones. Like as long as you keep on feeding him with wins, he's a very happy guy.
Yes, that he is, and as we all know, Chip loves winners. So what's the coolest thing that you've gotten to do so far because you won the Indy 500?
I think the victory lap that we did at the end with my family on a pickup truck all around the track. There was a ton of fans waiting for us, and just got to scream for like 2.5 miles, going really slow and saying hello and thank you to all the fans that stayed with us. But I think that, and then going to the Pacers game and getting introduced as an Indy 500 winner, that was pretty cool. But yeah, we just got started now doing media stuff. So I cannot wait for what's to come next.
That was funny because I heard you mention the Pacers thing afterwards, and you mentioned that victory lap that you were able to do, and in 2003 after we won the Brickyard 400, that was by far the best moment of the whole victory celebration. And to me, it was because of the fact of how educated the fans are when you get to Indy, and you guys get to experience that for a month, basically. The knowledge that the IndyCar fans. Have you been anywhere else in the world that you've seen fans so educated about racing?
A little bit Japan. It's close to that. Honestly, the Japanese fans are close to the Indy fans, but honestly, the Indy fans, the people that have been coming here for like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it's insane. There's so many people. They know all about the track, all about the drivers, the teams, and the different eras of these events. So yeah, probably this is the best one, but Japan is really close.
All right, last question. This is the hardest question of the show. What was your first car that you drove on the streets?
It was a Volkswagen Golf in Spain.
Did you buy it? Where did it go? Did you wreck it, give it away, sell it? Where'd it go?
So I actually had a sponsor that had a rental car company, and I got that for a year. So it was my car, but I gave it back after 1 year. But
so
what was an amazing car.
What was the first car you bought? What was the first car you bought with your own money?
The first car I bought was after the Indy 500 in 2021 that I finished second, and I bought my first Porsche Cayenne GTS.
Cool. Well, Alex, congratulations. It's been unbelievable to watch the things that you've been able to accomplish in that car over the past several years. I hope you keep it up. You're fun to watch, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.